Ladies and gentlemen, good morning this morning. I think, or I believe you are having a very wonderful morning this day. Today is on Wednesday, the 27th of August 2025. I want to believe that, or I want to affirm to you that William Ruto is going to have his second term in an easy way possible. Why am I saying so? I know many of you will throw stones at me because President William Ruto is very unpopular currently. So unpopular. Nobody wants to hear the name William Ruto as being the president of the Republic of Kenya. But now, how is he going to win? Or how will he win the second term in his presidency tenure? There are several things that are being played. And currently, the front runner in the opposition is Rigathi Gachagua. As you understand, Rigathi Gachagua comes from the Agikuyu community, which has been on that president's seat 3 times now. We had Kenyatta Senior, who was there for 15 years. We had Mwai Kibaki, 10 years. Then we had Kenyatta Junior for another 10 years. That is 35 years in total. Then, currently, the president is William Samoei Ruto, who is a Kalenjin. And as you remember, the second president of the Republic of Kenya was Daniel Toroitich arap Moi, who was on that seat for 24 years. That's after Kenyatta Senior. Currently, we have William Samoei Ruto, who is in his third year, I think. Yes, third year. And he's eyeing for his second term of 5 years to be a total of 10 years, plus the 24 years of Daniel Moi, it will be 34 years. So these two communities will have ruled this country for almost 70 years, 69 years, 35 plus 34, that is 69 years. Sorry, that's 69 years. Now, people are not ready for another Kalenjin president or another Kikuyu president. So, what are Kenyans going to do? Or what is President William Samoei Ruto going to do? Ruto is somewhere in a corner just laughing at the opposition. Because in the opposition, the front runner in that opposition is Rigathi Gachagua. He has that financial muscle. He is outspoken. He is fearless. And he knows the system. He has been a DO in Moi's era. So he knows how the government works. He has been a DP for some 2 years. So he knows some secrets in the government or in William Ruto's reign. At least he knows something about him. Now, the other guys who are remaining are Matiang'i. We have Matiang'i. We have Kalonzo. We have Eugene Wamalwa. We have Natembeya, who is a force in the Western Kenya region. Who else do we have? I think those are the front runners in the opposition currently because Raila Amolo Odinga is now in government. And as things are, he doesn't seem to run in 2027. I think he will support William Samoei Ruto. You never know. Maybe him, when time comes, another say, I'm going to run for presidency. You know, Raila, he can change anytime and he knows how to read the politics of the country. But those who are currently in the opposition are the guys that I've mentioned, like Matiang'i, Kalonzo, but Gigi is the front runner. Now, how is President William Ruto going to win this 2027 election? The other day, you had Ndegwa Njiru, who is Gashagua's lawyer, saying that Matiang'i is William Ruto's project. So it has already created a rift between inside the opposition, between the Akina Kalonzo, the Akina Gachagua, Akina George Natembeya, Akina Matiang'i. So there is a rift which is growing in the opposition. The other day we heard that George Natembeya, who is now becoming the face of Western politics, the internal security, the CS for internal security, that is Kipchumba Murkomen, sent his guys to go and arrest George Natembeya. He was taken to court. Then he's out. I think the case is not over. It's still ongoing. Then after that, some few days after, or some few weeks after Natembeya was released, or after that case issue, again Kipchumba Murkomen visited George Natembeya in Trans Nzoia County, where George Natembeya is a governor. He went there. They had a closed door meeting for some few hours. Then he left. After that meeting, then there something happened in DAP Kenya party. where Eugene Wamalwa is the party leader and Natembeya is the deputy party leader. There were issues within that party where it was said that George Natembeya had formed his own party through proxies, not himself, but through proxies, but the party was his. Then it was again alleged that George Natembeya wanted to oust Eugene Wamalwa so that he becomes the party leader of DAP Kenya. Then again, there came another. They alleged again that George Natembeya was given some money, which came from William Ruto through Kipchumba Murkomen. It's alleged that it was in a tune of around 4 billion for George Natembeya to rally behind William Ruto in 2027. Again, that one is still chini ya maji, but people there are murmurs about it, that this guy was given money. So that's why he has started creating conflicts in DAP Kenya, so that the opposition is defragmented. Yes. Now, Gachagua is back in the country from the US. He came back from the US the other day. He was received at JKIA. Though the reception wasn't the way people expected to be, but he came back from the US. And as we know, this guy has got deep pockets. He can fund his presidential campaigns. But will the other team members allow him to be the presidential flag bearer in opposition? I don't think so. So as things are, William Ruto is just somewhere seated, waiting to pounce. Because this, I don't think if they'll agree. If Gachagua will be the presidential flag bearer in the opposition, mark my words, the opposition will be split into two. Wapenda Waspende will be split into two. Now, if he will be the presidential flag bearer in the opposition, or the aspirant, then it means that Kalonzo cannot be his running mate, because they are presumed all of them comes from the central region of Kenya. So maybe if he gives Matiang'i the running mate, or Edwin Sifuna, or maybe Eugene Wamalwa, or George Natembeya, maybe. And if he gives, let's say, a guy from Western, like Eugene Wamalwa or George Natembeya, then Matiang'i will be uneasy. Maybe he will chart his own political way out of the opposition. And Kalonzo cannot accept again not to be a presidential candidate, and again not to be a deputy presidential candidate. He will not agree. So if, let's say, if former DP Rigathi Gachagua is the flag bearer, then Kalonzo is not his deputy. Kalonzo will either run on his own, or maybe he will support William Ruto. As you know, Kalonzo Musyoka knows how to pita katikati. He can come in between them, Ruto, and he can run on his own and spoil the votes. Then in the runoff, or in the second round, he supports William Ruto. And after supporting William Ruto will take him as his running mate. Then William Ruto atakuwa still the president in his second term. Or let's assume now, Kalonzo is given the presidential, is the presidential candidate in the opposition side, and Matiang'i is given the deputy to deputize him. Where will be the Western Kenya left? Because in Western currently they are saying if they are not running for the president, they must be the deputy. So if Matiang'i will be given the ticket and Kalonzo as his running mate, then 100% the Luyas will either support William Ruto or go on their own. And if they fail, because William Ruto has a lot of money, he'll just confuse them with money and they'll follow him, they'll support him. He'll be in. So that's why I'm saying William Ruto is still the president of Kenya until 2032. I know it will not sit well with many of you, but that's the fact. Time will tell. Take it to the bank. Bye-bye.